Bright and early Saturday morning. My name is Curtis Wilson Jr. and I am the principal here of Benson Tech. I'll be starting my, thank you Superintendent. I'll be starting my 9th year here at the school and I'm very excited for this ceremony right now. 5 years ago, there was a big meeting in my office and we were talking about the future of Benson and what it's going to look like, and we knew that it was going to be a long process. An 8-year process. We're in year 5. We have 3 to go, and I'm very excited that we're almost done with this. So I, for one, am elated that this building behind me is going to get renovated. I've been in it for, like I said, 8 years now, and there are some things that a 100+ year building needs to get fixed, and I'm excited for what this new building is going to bring to our students in our community and for the city of Portland. There are a few people that I would like to thank that were working behind the scenes with me 5 years ago to put this all together, and I'm excited to have their partnership and kinship. I'd like to start by thanking Jen Soms, Derek Henderson, Dan Malone, and Mr. Mark Klein for all the work that they've done in bringing this to fruition. I'd like to also thank the community that supports Benson Tech. I'd like to thank our school employees, which is our teachers and our staff. I'd like to thank the supporters of Benson Tech that have stood by this school in my 8 years. They're very passionate about Benson. The Alumni Association, I'd like to thank them. Can we give a huge round of applause to Rob Johns and the Alumni Association for making Benson what it is? I'd also like to thank the Board of Education for their hard work and support in helping us to move this forward with the passage of the bonds. So can we give them a round of applause? The Bond Accountability Committee, which is BAC, for all of their hard work, thank you. And I'd also like to introduce some people that are behind me right now. I'd like to start off with the board chair, Michelle DePass. Board members, Gary Hollins, Julia Brum Edwards, Ailey Lowry, student rep, Jackson Weinberg from Cleveland High School, and our state representative, Mr. Rob Nose. Thank you. And if I've missed anyone, I apologize in advance. There's a lot of last minute things that we've been doing right now to make this happen. So I just want to thank everyone for supporting Benson Tech and this modernization that we're going to see in the fall of 2024. As a PPS product myself, when I was in high school, the school that I went to, we were very, let's just say, enamored with Benson Tech because we knew that it was a powerful school in the city. Many years ago when I was in high school thinking about it, and now that I'm at the helm and we're about to open up a new building in the fall of 2024, I'm excited that in 3 years we're going to be right back here opening up a brand new building for the city of Portland. Thank you. Now what I'd like to do is open up by reading a land acknowledgement that we do here for PPS, and it talks about some important aspects of the individuals that have helped bring PPS in Portland to where it is. So I'm going to read this land acknowledgement right now. We acknowledge and honor the land that we are on. We acknowledge and honor the indigenous people who thrived before colonization and continue to thrive, the Confederate Grand Ronde of the community of Oregon. We acknowledge and honor the better future that is to come, the work that has been done, and the work that we will do together. Thank you. So now what I'd like to do is pass the mic on to our superintendent, Mr. Guadalupe Guerrero, who will give a few words as well. Thank you all.
Good morning. And what a special morning it is. Thank you, Principal Wilson, for your leadership before, during this process, and for the days ahead. It is always our hope that our school learning environments inspire our students. And I know that Benson itself as an institution has inspired generations of people. I notice the particular affinity that alum have. I see the faded t-shirts, I hear the stories. Raise your hand, or just to do a roll call, if you attended this institution, Benson Tech. That's incredible. So you see the blue and the orange that runs deep. And that's exactly the kind of pride that we want our students, our graduates to feel about not just Portland Public Schools and their overall experience, but to really feel that localized connection and an experience that was positive, that helped them develop as youth, to help them discover and explore what their passion in life might be. And I think we have lots of examples where that is the case here at Benson. I also want to add my appreciation for the leadership and the support of the broader community in making the modernization projects like this one even possible, for the vision and the leadership of our current school board. And I also want to acknowledge our past school board members as well. Thank you, Scott Bailey, Paul Anthony, I see you. The community, this takes a rolling vision that remains consistent about what we want for our students and our graduates. If you've had a chance to see the artist renderings, the blueprints, I know that it was quite a process because everybody really wanted to debate, negotiate, include aspects of a new building that truly would excite our students, that would be state-of-the-art, that would hold true everything that has made Benson special all of these years, and be preparing our students for the future in vocations that perhaps don't quite exist. And while they're doing that, that they also have access to all the things that you would expect to be part of a comprehensive high school. So while you're in the CTE strand, you can play trumpet. While you're doing this, you can also do that. And that's been the goal here all along, is that students have that kind of experience made available to them. As you're looking up to this main entrance, and if you can imagine in the not too distant future, the incredible veranda that will exist when you drive by, it's very inspiring. I think will echo features of the past and at the same time bring a much needed update. And as has been an incredible observation when our students walk into those new facilities, that sense of awe and inspiration is exactly the kind of feeling that we're going for. So I want to thank everybody for their ongoing commitment and strong feelings about what Benson has been and what Benson needs to continue being and all that it could offer our students. Thank you for that. I want to pass the mic to one of our newest school board members, Director Gary Hollins, who is also a proud alumni of Benson Tech.
Good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me? All right. So this is my first time, so you got to bear with me. I have the honor and privilege of being here today. As a alumni 94 grad, this is something special to me. I built my foundation here, built relationships here, and this moment right now is a little overwhelming for me right now. So I do want to thank Superintendent for the intro. I wanted to thank the past administrations and the future and the current administration for moving this project along. I want to talk about the community for a minute. The community has played a huge role, not just with the voting and the passing of the bond, but also of the support that the community has given this school, especially since it's not necessarily a neighborhood high school. We get support from the whole city of Portland. And that's something that is dear and special for this school. We can go to any community in any part of the city and have Benson support citywide. And that's something that I hold dear, and that's something that is uniquely special about this school. The pride that I have for this school is just, it just bleeds out blue and orange. You know, from the reason why I came here is when I was in 8th grade and we won the state championship in football at the old Civic Stadium. It's not Civic Stadium anymore, but the old Civic Stadium. And that pride that I seen in those students, the pride that I seen in the teachers that was there supporting that state championship game is what made me want to be a Techman. And from that point on, I made it my mission to be a Techman. And I was able to accomplish that and be able to attend here for 4 years, which was a great experience for me. When I got here to Benson Polytechnic High School, I was recognized, and that was something huge for me, is be able to be recognized by the teachers, the principals that was here. Being able to, one thing that I learned from here is that we can think outside the box here. We can be who we want to be here, and that was something that was important for me, knowing that I can be who I wanted to be and not be who society think I was, and that was huge. We had teachers like Mr. Moses Davis here, who taught electrical engineering, who always challenged you to think differently. He always challenging you to think beyond your limited knowledge. We had Mr. Leon McKenzie and Mr. Mays, who was our track coaches here. We had Bill Ranta, who was a coach. And these are some of the folks that imparted in me the tools and stuff that I needed to be a successful student and a successful person. And I will be forever indebted to those folks for that. One of the things that I got out of here as well is, we had a dual education here. Not only it was college prep, but it was also vocational skills. And that has helped me on both ends, from going to college, coming back, and starting my business here. And there's a lot of alumni that's from here that started their careers and started their livelihoods because of what they was exposed to here at Benson High School. From electricians to manufacturing, to construction, to screen printing. These are all the things that was exposed to us here that we have took on and made careers out of moving forward. The last thing that I want to say about Benson is excellence was the standard and not the exception here. We were taught that excellence is the standard, and that we strive for excellence. We don't strive for perfection, but we strive for excellence. And while we have, and this is a little dig on other schools, we have other schools who are, champions. We have schools that are generals, but we are a school of excellence here. And I want to just thank everybody for being here today. I want to thank the community for allowing us and making this to happen. And thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Hollins. My name, Rob Johns. I'm a class of 1977. I chair the Benson Tech Alumni Association. I'm very proud to represent them today. I want to note the use of the word Polytechnic. It sits above us. It was put here long ago. It's a word that is very specific and has the meaning devoted to instruction in many technical or applied sciences. So I encourage Portland Public Schools and the media to keep that word in the description of the school in their publications and their press releases, at least by adding the abbreviation as tech. to respect this differentiation for this specialized school. We recognize today the groundbreaking for a reimagined Benson Polytechnic High School that all of Portland's kids can attend. To be here regardless of their neighborhood geography or demographics, we have overcome as alumni and as a group and as a constituency several challenges to get to this place. I'm not sure there's ever been the same high school on 2 school bond measures, but we really thank the voters and we thank the persistency of our school board and superintendent. We're also recognizing the legacy of the gift of Simon Benson, the namesake for our school, and his vision. And if there's any Simon Benson descendants here, please raise your hands. And if not, thank you for what your descendants did. The alumni of a public school represent the product of a public institution's collective impact on a set of students who have together experienced a special physical space and feel a common bond of that experience. The students here come from all over the city, and they pretty much leave their neighborhoods and a lot of connections and create fresh and new ones. And that's a big growing experience for kids at Benson Tech. We, the Benson Tech alumni, feel a special connection to this physical space as it represents the impact on us and thousands of Portland's kids who grew up here. We respect the legacy of that past. We respect the legacy for many of us alumni having older and younger family members who have graduated or taught at this school. We now have a great hope for future generations of young Portlanders to walk through the doors of a building dedicated to the fundamental beliefs in career technical education and science, technology, engineering, and math, but with a modern physical space to learn in. Thank you to the voters, the citizens, the Board of Education of Portland Public Schools for making this day happen, and know that the Benson Tech alumni will be there to work hard for the future of this school. Thank you. Mr. Wilson?
Morning, I am Parker Myris. I am the Benson, thank you. I'm the Benson District Student Council representative and the student body president here. It's a great honor to be able to participate in a groundbreaking ceremony for a school that I feel is tremendously unique, especially among public institutions, public schools in Portland. The school community here is unlike any, I feel unlike any in Portland, certainly any school that I've attended. I think the facilities improvement specifically, the program generally, Michelle, you chair the Bond Accountability Committee, correct? Yes, that is, although I've not served on that committee, and the school board, which I think is deserving of a round of applause in and of itself.